on their Wi-Fi. We got news to talk about. Y'all probably have me like 4 minutes to get set up once we make it back to McDonald's so I can get my computer screen up and get all of my tabs open. I'm not feeling the best. My stomach is still messed up. And I still have a little nausea from that. We think it was raw bacon. We think it was raw bacon, but we don't. No telling. I had food poisoning. Yesterday was the worst. It felt like I had the flu and I was throwing up everywhere and my stomach was messed up. And when you get food poisoning like that, man, it takes a toll on your stomach. Ooh, $3.19. We'll take it. Hold on, I'm making my own damn lane. Come on, y'all. Y'all, I need to do my nails and stop picking at my nails. I have a bad problem of picking at like the skin around your nails now that I don't bite my nails anymore. I bit my nails for years to the point that my teeth are slanted from where I used to bite my nails so much as a kid. My dad used to put like hot sauce and all kinds of shit on my fingers. Slap me. They would slap me a lot. They'd tell me to keep my damn hands out of my mouth. Hold on. It's the worst habit. And I'll do it to the point that I make myself like I did a while ago. Like, so I don't bite my nails anymore, but they still look rough, you know? And my skin is dry from where I've been in the truck. Look at that. It looks rough. So I need to stop doing that, though. It's a habit to have, to put your hands in your mouth. It's one of the nastiest habits. I don't know how I'm not sick from it all the time. I'm looking for my card, and then we're going to go fill up. I'm wondering if I should just, like, pay at the pump, because if I do, then I don't have to go inside, and that's a win-win. So my shower went well. I'm pretty sure the manager at Planet Fitness has seen my content, because he says, I walk up to the counter, and he says, "What's up?" Like, with a condescending, like, attitude, like he didn't want me in there. And I said, yeah, I was just going to tan if that's okay. And he's like, yeah. And then he helps me get in. But, like, oh, shit, what am I doing? I got to put in a password. What is wrong with me, y'all? You know what it is? I'm on the phone. I thought I could just stick my card in it and damn start the thing, I reckon. But, yeah, he's like, "What's up?" Like, and I was just like, whoa, dude. Like, hello to you too, motherfucker. Like, so I'm getting gas for $3.19. That's not too bad. I mean, y'all know I like to get it for $2.50. I mean, $2.80, $2.90 over there on the other side of town. So, ain't too bad. Could be worse. So bad. You already know. I don't know how to say your name. HO''OM. The first one for sure. No, I'm the only one of the few people that actually care about this place. One of the few people. Thank you, Tony. I'm doing well. Humble Jack, you're looking for a wife. That's a wife. Hello, Holly. My food is right. I hope so. If you paid for it, I hope so, honey. Let's throw away some trash. Trash. Ouch. Hit myself in the head with the damn gas pump. It's just a going, honey. Medication. I'm careful about where I throw my Suboxone packages, because you got to be careful, man. You don't want the whole neighborhood knowing that you're on that medication and stuff. Well, everybody knows I'm on it, but you know what I mean. Like Planet Fitness, I don't throw those packages away at Planet Fitness, because they already assume bad shit about me. Well, I'm going to give them more evidence to throw against me and say I'm a horrible person. Like, you know, simple-minded people, it's just best to just try to not give them ammo, because they're going to turn everything around on you and make it look bad, like half the people in my comment section half the time. Ooh, what we get to? Almost 70. We'll stop it there. Still can't believe that screw came out of my gas tank. Look at this. I might lose my whole damn tank going down the road, y'all. Wouldn't that be my luck? Fucking explode. 6803. We're gonna print off a receipt. Oh, we don't get an option. We just don't get a fucking receipt. I say yes so that I know that my card can't be used again. Like, I have OCD. You know where they can do that? Rest stops. When you use those vending machines with your card, it didn't even give me one. When you use those vending machines with your card, the next person can come behind you and still order shit. I learned the hard way. I had $16 and go missing off of my Cash App card one time down in, it was in South Carolina at a rest stop. 16 bucks. I bought a Pepsi and a water. And, how does this happen? How does it say I have 300? Remember the other day we filled up and it said I have 500? I think that's my real gas mileage right there, you guys. Typically it says over 500. It'll say 500, 499. So my old thing is back right. Got that fixed. And now my gas is saying, that's so weird. So weird. $300 for almost 70, or 300 miles for almost $70. How far would 300 miles last you? Think about that. Because I'm telling you right now, I fill this tank up every other damn day. Every other day. Every other day. And sometimes, every day. If it's super hot and the heat's blasting and I'm in my car and I don't have to work, I'm going to be using the damn air. You best believe. Like, I'm not going to sit here and scorch and fucking dehydrate till I have health problems. I did that over the summer, y'all, and I almost died. I'm not exaggerating. It was that hot. 114, 15 in the heat index with no damn AC. You will die in that weather. I was having health complications. I didn't use the bathroom for like a week. I'm sorry, TMI, but I'm just telling you right now, I was not pooping because I was so dehydrated. That's scary. You can die from that. Not to mention you can die from dehydration in general. Hold on. Un momento. I got to find my McDonald's. I'm around going from Planet Fitness to here to Planet Fitness to there. You're right. I'm not getting the best gas mileage. I think last night it said 5, but then I got to thinking about it and I was like, that's because I've been... So when I'm idling, when I'm just sitting in the car and it's not moving and I'm just using the AC, I'm getting about 5 miles to the gallon. So how long does it take to drive 5 miles? Well, it depends on how fast you're going, Brooke. Jesus fucking Christ. Sometimes I just wonder about me. I'm trying to figure out how much time that gets me per gallon. You get what I'm saying? Like, how much time am I getting per gallon of gas that I'm running through while just idling? When you're on the highway, you get the best gas mileage. When Boost Mobile, when I make my phone payment on the 25th, I'm going to switch my Apple because it's literally that bad. Every single time I use it. Wish that I could put it into words, and I think I've done a pretty good job of, you know, I'm sitting at a stoplight right now, for instance. I'm sitting at a stoplight. She has not told me which direction I need to go in. It's only until I make it through, halfway through this intersection, she'll be like, oh, make a right at the light, and I've already made a left. But not only that, her maps are, I'll be on a major highway, and this bitch will be telling me to run into oncoming traffic. She'll tell me to run into oncoming traffic. It's dangerous. Like, thank God I'm a seasoned driver, because otherwise, Otherwise, I might have been in a serious accident before now. While ago when we left Goodwill, remember the GPS was telling me to make a left-hand turn on a major, it was like a 2-lane, 3-lane highway type of situation. It wasn't like the interstate, but it was like a highway. And the damn GPS was telling me to make a left-hand turn, and it was a concrete pillar there. This just happened today. And I'm just like, whoa, what the hell? Thank God I pay attention, because if I was a fresh driver, I might have actually ran over that fucking concrete and fucked my whole truck up. Because it wasn't no tiny median. It was a bigger median. It was about a foot more off the damn ground. It was a bigger median. There's the damn McDonald's. There's the damn McDonald's. I don't understand it. She could have brought me this way and she didn't. I had to cut her off and figure it out my damn self. I mean, honestly, once I get my bearings and I have my landmarks, I'm generally pretty good about, you know, direction-wise. But this is a big city, okay? This is a huge city with intricate highways, intricate roadways. They made everything complex here. It's like North Carolina, the highways make sense up there. Down south, it's like, why did they do this like this? Who was the damn engineer? Who was the blueprint designer for this highway? Because this is a mess. So there's the McDonald's. We're gonna roll it, and they do have Wi-Fi because I actually already rolled over here, and then I was like, oh shit, I need gas. Homegirl needs gas. So I went around the corner and I've struggled with my damn Google Sense. So I'm gonna get this up and running. Oh God, what's wrong? Are you okay? There's a guy that just pulled over right here. I hope he's okay. His car's jumping. If it's a rockin', don't come a knockin'. Oh, my stomach. I need to eat, y'all. All right, let's go. Beep, beep. We got the keys to the Jeep. Rumma. Oh, and there's a cookout right there, too, if I get hungry. So, even better. Hell, I don't know if I won't cook out. Shit, they done did me dirty twice. Twice. In less than a year. In less than a year. Will you come on, motherfuckers, so that I can damn go? You're literally holding up 3 lanes of traffic, bitch. 3. The people behind you, me, and the people in front of you. Come on. Giddy up. All right. We are here to our final destination. Lock the doors. Lock the motherfuckers, cuz... We right in front of the crack hotel. Let me tell y'all see that raggedy ass motherfucking hotel? I bet that place is over $150 a night, because it's like, yeah, sketchy as hell. Sketchy. Let me see if I can get on Wi-Fi. Oh God, blocked. 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 iPhone sucks. Sorry, I'm trying to get some of these people out of here so that when we get started, we don't have to deal with this. I'm sorry to my regular followers for this stuff. Hello to Italy. All right, let's get started. I gotta look at my phone. I'm so sorry, y'all. We just pulled up You can ask me stuff about dancing, but keep it respectful. If I've already stated something and I've said it time and 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 time again, I won't answer it. Damn, I can barely see. I need to put my window thing up for in here. Good morning. All right, let me look, you guys. Carolina, who escaped from prison, he had killed a 1-year-old child, and he just escaped from prison yesterday. We're going to talk about him a little bit and what he done. Hold on a second. What I have currently. Tell us something good in your life. You guys are good in my life. Y'all make me happy. You're nice. But I know, and I generalized way too much. Is that what they call it when you group the people together and you say all you guys? It's not all of y'all. When I say like all y'all are children, like I'm talking about the people that are misbehaving. So don't take me literally when I'm bitching about it. You know what I mean? Like, do you get what I'm saying? You can't take everything I say is set in stone, because people say things out of emotion, and I don't mean it towards you guys. I'm just speaking in the moment. My regular followers, the ones that care. So it says, manhunt underway in North Carolina after convicted killer of a 1-year-old little girl escapes custody. First of all, I've been to prison. I did 5 years in maximum security prison. I got in a fist fight with 2 girls when I was 18 years old, and it was bad. They were seriously injured. It was not good. And I served my time in prison for that, but that is what prevents me from finding a job. They still hold it against me. But I've been to prison, and I personally have been to several prisons, maximum security. I was in there with murderers, child killers, and the worst of the worst. I've met lifers, and there was lifers in General Pop when I was in Raleigh maximum security prison. I know what type of people are COs because I've had firsthand experience with them. The people that are COs in these facilities, I'm not saying they're all bad, but the majority of them are not. The majority, yes, absolutely the majority, should not be working in the prison system. They shouldn't. They're not mature enough. They're not ethical enough. They're not, I mean, how many times do we hear about guards? Oh, we need to talk about that too. How many times do we hear about guards bringing in drugs, doing all of this illegal stuff, and then themselves getting arrested? There's been CEOs and law enforcement that have got caught up in stuff inside the jail and went to jail themselves because they were being unethical. They were breaking the law. And when I was in prison, there was good officers and there were bad officers. The majority of them were not good. They acted like high school little girls, grown adults, bullying inmates type of thing. I had an officer in there that tried to get me laid on outside charges. I was about to go home. I had served my time, and it was a total of 5 years. I was ready to go, and this officer who favored a lifer tried to get me charged with criminal charges outside of the jail so that I would be stuck there. It didn't work. Thank God there was some good guards that saw that she cut a video and was trying to manipulate evidence in favor of her little lifetime brat that she called a daughter. First of all, when you are a CO, your responsibility is to serve and protect. You are there to take care of the inmates. You are there to make sure that they're not a danger to each other, themselves, the facility. Your job is to make sure that these people do what they're supposed to do and that they don't escape. And, it's unethical and unfair when you overstep your boundaries in a relationship with an inmate in jail. Tell me that you have no life when you have to come to work and become friends and family with inmates at your job. But we see it time and time again. And speaking of which, we're going to go back to this guy that escaped, but we have to talk about this when we're done talking about him escaping. Female CO busted having sex with an inmate. Yep, we'll look at that last. All right, so let's start with this guy. So this came out of Hillsborough, North Carolina, which is where you guys know I've been living for the past couple of months. When I was working at the Cheetah Club of Raleigh, a brand new luxury strip club, I was staying in Hillsborough because I love that area. Now, I grew up in the southern part of Orange County. I grew up in like the Snow Camp, Southern Alamance area. So I'm very familiar with Hillsborough. But this is where this guy was last seen. So it says a convicted murderer is on the loose in North Carolina as the search enters day 2, according to the officials in Orange County at the sheriff's office. He escaped from a Department of Corrections vehicle around 7 a.m. on Tuesday morning. Alston escaped from a transport vehicle he was in that arrived at UNC Hillsborough Hospital. So he had been in jail. He was in murder. He had committed murder. He killed a 1-year-old girl, and he was serving time. He had a doctor's appointment. Now, when you go out of these medical appointments, let me tell you how this goes down. What they'll do is they do it on a random day. Typically, you don't even know when your doctor's appointment is going to be. They don't let you know. They tell you very short notice. They will come and get you out of your pod, and they will say, hey, you need to get dressed. You're going to medical. And you get dressed. You get down to medical, and they're like, oh, we're going to be transporting you to the hospital for your doctor's appointment today. 90% of the time, 99% of the time, you do not know when your medical appointments are going to be. They tell you on a short notice, because if you know, then you can plan an escape plan, of course. So it's very astonishing to me that this man that escaped in North Carolina from police custody at UNC Chapel Hill that's still on the loose, it's amazing to me that he was able to do this at this day and age. But going back to these COs that do not need to be correctional officers, the majority of them are not professional and smart enough to be in that position. But you really don't have to do anything to become a CO. You take a couple classes, you go through a certification program, and then boom, you're a correctionals officer. I had a cousin, hey Jamie, who used to be a correctionals officer, and when I say that the majority of these COs don't need to be COs, it's because I know them personally. And I also, of course, had to deal with them extensively when I was in prison myself. So let's figure out what this guy's name is and who he killed. Well, my internet's gone. They might have cut the internet off because I'm here using their internet. This is what I'm talking about. So if we don't have any internet, we're just going to sit here for the next 5 fucking hours. Yeah, they did. They cut it off. They did. There it goes now, but let's see if it connects. I mean, sometimes I roll up to these places and then all of a sudden, like, they just cut the fucking Wi-Fi off because they don't want me sitting here. They'll go in there and cut the fucking router off, I guess. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how this works. It says connecting. Maybe let's drive around the building. Let's drive around the building. You know, these businesses don't like you sitting in their driveway, in their area. They don't like you, loitering. That's why they have signs that say no loitering. You wouldn't believe how hard it is to find Wi-Fi. Like, when I'm doing job interviews and shit, I have to have Wi-Fi for my Zoom. By the way, I talked to somebody a while ago when I got here. The first thing I did was check my email. There's this bakery. I don't know, man. She's talking about they need a baker from I would be going into work at 11 p.m. and I wouldn't be getting off till 7 a.m. when the store opens, and I would be baking the bread at night. Do you get what I'm saying? It's kind of like a Panera, but it's not. It's a private bakery. They've been open for like 30 years. But I would have to go in and bake everything when they're closed. And then if I have to roll up in here, think I won't roll up in here and put my headphones in and order me a sweet tea and sit there on their fucking Wi-Fi. Like, this is ridiculous. I mean, y'all charge fucking $20 for a damn Happy Meal nowadays. The least you can do is have damn accessible Wi-Fi when you say that it's free. Why am I having these problems everywhere I go? I have a Wi-Fi. I'm going to log out and then log back in. So it says that a Taco Bell has Wi-Fi. If this place don't want to act right, we'll go next door. Like, it's really ridiculous. Like, something, you know, it was working fine the last 3 times I've been here. So we came here the other day. I came back this afternoon. I was on their Wi-Fi for maybe 10 minutes. And then I looked down and realized I was almost out of gas. So I was like, let me go get gas. And then I came back and all of a sudden it's just not working. You know, in my opinion, the poorer you get, the harder things become for you. The poorer you get, the harder things become. What if this was the only place that I knew had Wi-Fi, and so I had walked here with the intention of doing a job interview on the phone, and then I get here and there's no Wi-Fi and I missed that interview. Like, just imagine if you didn't have a car and you had to walk somewhere to get Wi-Fi in hopes of getting hired. And then you get there and there's no Wi-Fi. They cut the Wi-Fi off. It's not letting me on it. Look, I'll even show you. They can also block your account somehow. Because the reason I know this is because there's several places that my account on my Apple is. So you go to click on it. Hold on, wait. Damn it. Why is this doing this? Is it dirty or something? Why is it not adjusting? See, it says unrecognized error, unknown failure. Well, it was working 5 minutes ago, so what's the problem now? They probably cut the fucking thing off. Per usual. Let's see if that Taco Bell one pops up again. I do know ROBS balls. I do know that there's portable Wi-Fi, but I don't have $300 to get it. Yes, it costs $300 to Starlink. To start up, you have to buy the box, and then you have to pay for the service and like a subscription every month. After the initial setup of like $250, $300, then you have to, we can try it. I don't think that's that. I think that they probably block my what is it called, like an IP, because they can go in systematically and block certain whatchamacallits. They absolutely can. So speaking of which, I was actually, yeah, hold on one second. I was really needing to check my email when I got off the phone with you guys for job stuff, because there's 2 things that I need to respond to for potential Zoom meetings. One of them. Yes, come back. Restore my apps. What the frick? Now my little mouse ain't even working. Where's my mouse? What is going on? Did I get a fucking virus? Yo. Where is my mouse? Do you see what I'm saying? I can't. This is not touch screen. What has happened? I can't even. Oh my God, y'all. Something is fucking seriously wrong with my computer. I can't sign out. I can't shut it down. I can't do anything because my little mouse is gone. Control, Alt, Delete. Yo, I think my fucking computer is toast. 1000%. I actually need this for school, so this... It's probably where it's been in the hot car for the past fucking year. There it is. Please, God, let it work. I've never had my mouse disappear before. My mouse is back up now. What if this is some sketchy shit? What if somebody's like hacking my fucking computer or something right now? What is going on? I'm so freaked out. They can absolutely steal your shit through Wi-Fi. So I'm clicking on it. Says connecting. Probably. It says network error. So it says failed to connect the network, unrecognized error, unknown failure. Yeah, they probably blocked my fucking IP address, bro. Like, when can I fucking fill out job interviews? Like, when can I fucking make money off of YouTube? When can I do anything? You know, let me know, society, when I can work. Like, seriously. This is the shit that you're faced with. Hold on one second. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up. Probably some fat bitch that's done seen me off of fucking YouTube, mad at the world. Want to make my life harder because she doesn't realize that she's the problem. Did y'all see my truck just do that? Yeah, my transmission's about to fall out. I'm waiting on all you motherfuckers. Come on. Dumbass. Yo, I burnt my head in the tanning bed. Right down the middle. It hurts so bad. I guess I had my hair parted and it burnt it right down the middle. That bed, the one like 2-3 days ago that I got in, that kind of gave me that nice. I that Google the type apps that I keep downloaded, I don't think it's been updated because it's giving me construction through the old directions. Do you get what I'm saying? It just told me to get off the highway and make a left, but they have built a new highway. You can't turn left. So then it starts redirecting me. I just don't think it's an updated version. I think that it's old. It has to be because it's done took me down 2 one-way streets almost today. Thank God that little old lady busted an illegal U-turn just like me. She's in a Subi. You're wild. I like you. Yeah, I think that it's, and I don't know why, maybe it's the one that originally came on the phone or something. It doesn't make any sense. This McDonald's is up here. Ugh. My hair looks good though. Y'all, I got ready for, I hopped in the shower. I did a little short. You can go shower with me if you want to. Like, not like that. That sounded really bad. You know what I mean. You can go watch me shower. I mean, you can go shower. It's a short. You don't see me showering. Anyways, I forgot my shampoo. I like filmed it all. You can even see my body wash, my loofah, and a razor. I hold up my toothpaste as in my toothbrush, and I'm like, I forgot my shampoo. So I had to go streaking through the freaking Planet Fitness to get my shampoo because I didn't want to put that towel on me because I'm going to use it when I get out, and I needed my shampoo. The shower was cold, by the way. I took a cold-ass shower. When I say cold, I mean like freezing. That's probably why my hair feels good, because cold water makes your hair soft. The hotter the water, the drier your hair's gonna be. So that's probably why it's really clean. And it feels great. It's falling like I like it to fall. Ugh, I can't see. I'm in traffic. That's why I'm just like, whatever. So it's falling the way I want it to fall. It's like 70s shag. It's been hard to leave it alone. I used to be one of those girls that couldn't leave my hair alone. I was cutting it and dyeing it and dyeing it and cutting it. And so my hair is a testament to my patience. Seriously. Seriously. The moment I shave my head and have a Britney Spears moment, just know I am off my rocker. And I can't promise that won't ever happen again. How fucking mad would you gotta be to damn literally try to prevent somebody from using something that the business says that they have? Like, I don't understand why people want to hurt me so bad. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. They've did it my whole life. This ain't nothing new. I need to get over. But this traffic is really bad. And this guy's not gonna let me over. I am dreading tonight. I mean, I don't think it's a bad place. I just think that it's the environment for me in general that I'm over with. Like, I'm over it. I'm completely over it. There's no reason to even be in there anymore. There's no money unless you're fucking. There's no good customers. Everybody that comes in, 9 times out of 10, they're complete assholes. There's not even like one person that's nice sometimes. 90% of the time, whoever I'm talking to is going to be an asshole. The customers are already angry because they're broke, and then they come in here and they start drinking and dwelling on it, and they have an attitude with the dancers because the dancers are asking them to spend money when that's supposed to be their position to start with. Otherwise, they shouldn't even be in there. When I get to McDonald's, I'll answer all of the questions that have been asked about dancing. But if it's not respectful, I'm just going to ignore it. But yeah, it's just the environment. Like back in the day, you had a reason to dance. And I have a reason now, but the payoff is not at all what it should be. I mean, these girls, these new baby dancers, they think $70 is a lot of money. They really do. They think $70 is a lot of money. Can you even buy dope with $70 anymore? I thought heroin and stuff was like super expensive. Oh God. Oh my God, dude. Will you fucking go so I can go? Goddamn. In your fucking goddamn minivan. Of course you are. Fuck, bro. I'm trying to get the fuck over. I have been for 2 goddamn miles. And all you motherfuckers are assholes. Like y'all fucking going to serve dinner to the goddamn Queen of fucking England. What are you fucking in a rush for? Swear to God, if this motherfucker doesn't have fucking Wi-Fi. Jeez. Fucking dick faces. You see I got out of fucking town tax. You see I'm a tiny ass little girl driving a big ass motherfucking truck. And you see that I got a turn signal on. Let me over. And then you fucking sat in my way when I finally have a chance to get over. You speed up so that I can't get over. And you're so stupid, you're not even paying attention. Not even paying attention. All right, got the doors locked. People are so rude. Watch this one, call that one, and then fucking it gets cut off again. How much you want to bet? I bet you $20 it'll be cut off within 30 minutes. Once again, you go through this so much and you start to recognize the patterns. All right, so it says man convicted of murder on the run after escaping leg restraints. That's what I was wondering, like, how did he get out? So going back to these prison guards, I mean, you know how dumb you have to be for this to happen. Like, they had to have been negligent, completely negligent, had to have been. First of all, can I just say that the news report that I've seen, every single officer that has been looking for this guy is completely unfit, physically unfit to be serving as law enforcement. Maybe, here's a little thing. Maybe you haven't found him because your officers are not up to par. Maybe he got loose because your officers are idiots. How does this happen, number one? It says that he escaped from leg restraints. His name is, I was looking up his, who he was, his name. Let's see here. Let's just read the article. Well, maybe not. Yahoo News, you suck. Who is the man wanted in North Carolina, and what did he do to go to prison? It says manhunt for escaped NC inmate Ramon Alston. Y'all, my freaking computer's not working. I don't know what's going on. It says extremely dangerous manhunt enters the new phase on day 2. It says the massive law enforcement search for Ramon Alston. That's all I got to read because I have to pay $2.99 to read more. What is going on out here? Seriously. You can't even fucking Google news articles anymore without having to pay money. And the Wi-Fi is not working, and I'm getting really fucking annoyed. Jesus. That's Raleigh's News Observer. Let's scroll down to maybe something where we can... Says he escaped from Orange County So it says reward. So there's a $50,000 reward, it looks like. Do y'all see this? I mean, when did it become so difficult just to find a little information? Officials said Ramon Alston escaped from a Department of Adult Corrections. I can't remember which facility he was at, but I know of the facility. Around 7 a.m. on Tuesday, he arrived to the hospital with the correctionals officer. And what I was going to tell you guys is the way that they do this is it's a random day. You don't know when your doctor's or dentist appointment is going to be. They will come and get you. They'll tell you to get dressed. They put they put leg restraints that go around your ankles with a chain. And then they hook that to another chain that comes up your body. And they hook your handcuffs in that chain. So imagine like a T and then leg restraints connected. So this is not, it's not like it's just leg restraints on his feet. It should be a device that goes around his stomach, chain that goes from the floor to his wrist, and he can't move any more than this. This is all that they can move when they have those restraints on. So how he even did this is baffling because he was in a maximum security prison. It says, here's his picture. I'll show you guys what he looks like. So if y'all see him, y'all can get that $50,000 reward. I do believe he has short... Oh, it looks like his dreads were pulled back. Never mind. So he's got dreads. Big old pretty smile. Could have had a wonderful life. Emergency Service Director Kirby Sanders said, quote, while the #1 objective is to locate where Alston is, it is also imperative that we determine where he is not. Efforts will continue until Alston is in custody, end quote. People in the area are urged to keep doors, vehicles, windows locked. Call 911 if you see any suspicious activity. Alston is 30, is serving a life sentence in Bertie Correctional for the Christmas Day murder of 1-year-old Malia Williams in 2015. Malia Williams murder, 1-year-old. There's nothing on it. So maybe I can look him up. Hold on. Nothing. There's nothing on her. So let's see. It says he was last seen wearing Department of Corrections gray issue brown pants, and I'm sure he don't have that on now. It says he was last seen with his hands still cuffed in front of him. So he had on leg irons and handcuffs. How the hell did he do this? They said that when they made it to the hospital, they opened the door and he just took the fuck off. How? When I tell you these leg restraints, y'all, it's only a foot-long chain between your ankles. So you can't move very fast because that leg chain won't let you go any further. There's resistance there. You can only step baby steps. How did he just... I'm going to tell you how. A bunch of incompetent officers. That's how. Alston has a tattoo on his chest with the word flame, F-L-A-M-E, with a star in the center. He also has a tattoo on his right arm with the word niece. Officials said Tuesday evening that the North Carolina Department of Adults Correction is offering a $25,000 reward leading to his capture. Now that has been upgraded to $50,000. I wonder who put the other $25,000 in there. I wish that I could tell you what he did to this child. You know, they're calling him a child murderer. It says, search teams confident they'll find escape NC child murderer Ramon Alston. I would like to know what the, what the case is about. It says he escaped in the parking lot of the UNC Chapel Hill Hospital in Hillsborough. Y'all, I'm about to just fucking jump off a bridge. This is making me so annoyed. The pop-ups and the freaking... I'll show you. You can just watch it with me. You're just going to watch it with me. What is this? I'm trying to read this. And I get in here, And I'm scrolling down. There's this picture again. And I go to read it. The reward for information now sets at $50,000. A new phone number. The number is 919-324-1082. Again, 919-324-1082. Now that's the information hotline. And oh wow, $30,000 is from the state approved by Governor Roy Cooper. $10,000 is from the United States Marshal Services, and $10,000. Yeah. Quote, there is someone out there who knows where Alston is. I hope that this reward will bring them forward with critical information that leads to Alston's capture. Search officials said Wednesday afternoon that after more than 30 hours of searching, they were comfortable saying Alston was no longer in the immediate area and people living there were not in any immediate danger. I want to remind y'all of something. Do y'all remember a couple years back when there was a manhunt for some guy? And there was Grandpa and his grandchildren camping in the woods, and they ignored the officials' request for them to. So the city officials had come out and said, y'all need to be on high alert. If you have, be careful, be on high alert. And these people went to their cabin that was abandoned on a trip when officials had told them to not do that, and they got killed. It was really sad. Really, really, really sad. The whole family got murdered by 2 escaped convicts. Or it was 1. We can look that up one day. I don't know how many it was. But they all died because they ignored the warning that had been put in, before them. Lock your doors, lock your windows, stay alert. He could be anywhere now. He could be anywhere. As of Wednesday, a total of 335 people from 19 different agencies helped search almost 15,000 acres of the Hillsborough Medical Facility. So tips and clues uncovered during the search so far suggest that Alston headed towards north of the medical facility. However, after a second day of investigating, officials came up empty. They said they feel confident Alston is not within a 5-mile radius of UNC Chapel Hill. So they don't know where he is, so they're just trying to sound like they had some news and they didn't. We feel good about this investigation. We feel good about where we are, he said. The lead investigator on this case. So it says at 3:56, he was transported from the Blue Housing at Bertie Correctional Intake. At 4:07, he secured and he was placed in a NC Department of Adult Corrections transport vehicle, a Chevy Traverse, which is a 4-door little car, which subsequently departed for UNC Hospital. At 6:50 a.m., transport vehicle arrived at the healthcare facility and given instructions for getting Alston into his appointment. 6:59, 9 minutes later after they arrived, the vehicle driven back to the back of the building. Deputies prepared to open the door and escort him to his appointment. 7 a.m., 1 minute later. So they got there. One of the officers went in to figure out where they needed to go. They told them to go to the back of the building. So they go to the back of the building, and literally 1 minute later, it says Alston burst out of the DOC SUV and takes off running. 7:01, command notified of escape. Like, I wonder how far it is from Bertie Correctional Institute to Chapel Hill. It took like 4 hours to get there? 3 hours? The sheriff's office and Alston the sheriff's office said Alston managed to free himself from the leg restraints while inside of the NCDOC vehicle in the parking lot of the clinic. Hold on, let's back up. So if he was able to do it in the parking lot, they got there at 6:50. He busted out the door at 7 o'clock. That gives him 10 minutes to break out of leg restraints. You sure about that? You sure about that? And also, let me just tell you that these handcuffs, it's not like you can stick something in them and just open them. That's crazy. It says that he was at the medical facility for a procedure. It says the specifics of that procedure and why Alston was transferred from lockups in Boerne to Hillsborough have not been released. I don't understand. And here's another thing. This is really fishy because if you get locked up, all of your doctor's appointments on the outside, you're going to miss them. The jail does not go out of their way to transport you to your outside appointments. That never happens. Typically, the only time that you will see a transport of an inmate is in emergency situations. It is very rare unless they're old. They got, they need they need to see a neurosurgeon, or you see what I'm saying? Like a neurologist. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's very rare that they do these kind of appointments. But it says here, it says that Tuesday, they stated that it had to do with a continuation of care. So that means that he had previously gotten care at Chapel Hill, and he was doing a care plan pretty much. They were bringing him back. It was a continuation of care. And it says that Wednesday, they said Alston's appointment was a follow-up with a health care provider who had previously treated him. Now, was that a previous provider before he got locked up in prison, or was this a provider through the prison? This is what I'm wondering. Because this, for me, there's a lot of fishy stuff going on here. Let's talk about who he was and what he did. And this is the little girl that he killed. Look at this baby. Y'all, I wish my camera wasn't so blurry. She's so pretty. Her little eyes. She's so cute. Her little teeth. Let's talk about this, because this is apparently the kid he killed. This is hurting my stomach. Seriously. It says Alston was convicted of shooting and killing a 1-year-old girl, Malia Williams, on Christmas Day in 2015. The shooting happened in Chapel Hill. So he has ties to this area too. So it seems like he's from this area. Let's see where he's from. Y'all, I'm telling you, there are no coincidences in life. This is too sketchy. Malia's mother told ABC then that the children were outside playing with their Christmas toys, and she was holding her daughter when someone started firing shots in the neighborhood. She was running from the area when she realized that a bullet had struck Malia. Fucking horrendous. ABC uncovered that Alston recently tried to get his sentence lightened. How about not? Records show Alston filed a motion for appropriate relief in October of 23. So he's been trying to get out of prison. This is more to the picture. He would, obviously he escaped. But what I'm saying is that he has been petitioning the court to try to get out of prison. And it seems like he might have exhausted all of his options. And he finally just made a plan and got out of there. The 20-page document goes through the evidence and facts of his case, and it says in the document, Alston claims the state used misleading evidence in his case. The motion was denied in May, with a judge saying that Alston had a fair, full hearing, and the claims in the motion were appropriate. Motion for appropriate relief lacked merit. My stomach, y'all. I'm hurting so bad. I am about to start my period, though, so that's why. I usually go through hell for the first week. So sad. So it was accidental. I mean, it's not accidental. He pulled out a gun and started firing. So it's not accidental. Let's talk about this female CO busted having sex with inmate. Now, this girl was an OnlyFans creator. She, beautiful girl. Stupid, but beautiful. Find it, because that's a different officer. Jesus, I didn't realize it was this many OnlyFans models having damn sex with female OnlyFans model. Oh, no, 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 no. That's the video. No! Blah, blah, blah. Shit. This is why you don't give your kids cell phones. Jesus. I like to just been traumatized. So the Daily Mail put out the article. It seems like, yes, this is it, I do believe. It says, sex in a cell, prison officer being investigated by police over explicit jail video is Brazilian OnlyFans model who started alongside her husband in 15-person orgy for Channel 4 Swingers documentary is arrested. That is a fucking mouthful. What? It says, OnlyFans model who starred alongside her husband in a 15-person orgy for a channel for, Lord have mercy. Y'all, we are falling so freaking far. We've fallen so far. Disgusting. My skin is crawling. I don't, you know. The prison officer filmed having sex. So let me just paint the scene for you. This woman was a corrections officer in a jail, in a prison jail. And she's also apparently a Brazilian OnlyFans model. And as I said, she's beautiful. Beautiful. There's no denying that. But she's nasty. You know, this is nasty. You know, she is caught on camera. She is filmed by multiple people in the jail having sex with an inmate, bent over a toilet. She's getting fucked on a toilet. The prison officer filmed having sex with an inmate in his prison cell is a Brazilian OnlyFans model who appeared in a Channel 4 documentary about threesomes and orgies. This is from Daily Mail. Linda D. Sousa Aubrey, 31, and her MMA fighter husband, Nathan Richardson, now 29, were stars of Open House, the great sex experiment where experimenting couples are offered the opportunity to explore consensual non-monogamy in a luxury country escape. The Brazilian-born model, who is now under investigation by authorities after she was recorded romping with a prisoner at HMP Wandsworth, did not hold back during the show, even getting involved in a 15-person orgy with the fellow contestants. The couple also boasts an OnlyFans account under the alias Linda Madri, which charges $10 a month for racy content of her and her husband. That's not her. This is another story. Jesus, this is not them, but whatever. This is the couple that had that orgy, and Jesus. This is not the one, y'all. I can't find it. We'll talk. I'll find it, and then we'll. So it says, I'm so mad. So gross, dude. What is wrong with people? God, my stomach, y'all, is killing me. Let me answer some of y'all's questions about dancing while I got y'all on the line. Let's see if this is it. This is it, I think. If I knew what freaking country it was. So, Chapman University. I don't know where that is. I don't even know if that's in my area. Thank you, though. Oh, thank you, say it. Y'all, I don't know what I freaking did, but I'm in a lot of pain right now. Like, I wish I were exaggerating, but it feels like like, you know when I tell you I eat fast food and it feels like somebody stabbed me right here where my... I'm actually going to lift this bra up because maybe it's the bra doing it. I feel like it's not helping. I'm just going to take it off. I found it. Here it is. It was in the UK. I'm sorry. It doesn't really matter where it is. It's still disgusting. I found it. Let me start this over. Oh, my stomach, y'all. I'm so sorry. It hurts right here, like where your, you know how your ribs come up and they meet? They come up and they meet. It hurts right there at the very pit. So I'm going to read this to y'all while it shows it. So it says, prison officer arrested after having sex with an inmate. Look at this. It says a female prison officer was charged in the UK after she was caught having sex with an inmate and it was filmed. The correctional officer identified is Linda. No, it is the same girl. God, she looks different now than she used to. She is charged with misconduct and will appear in court. The BBC began its investigation after officers were made aware of this relationship. She was arrested. She used to look way different. All that damn money she's making, I guess, on OnlyFans. God, what is wrong with my stomach? Let's talk about this one last thing, and then I'm going to run because I don't know what's going on. It says, NC migrant accused. Do y'all remember a couple months ago when there was migrants that attacked some New York police officers? They were arrested. Well, it just so happens that one of them made bond and is back out here causing more trouble. Go figure. Go figure. It says, NC migrant accused in vicious beating of Times Square's cop arrested again after he's bailed out. A migrant who led a gang of asylum seeker thugs in a savage caught on camera beating of two NYPD officers in Times Square and then quickly made bail was just busted for serial theft. But not only that, there's more. Now, he is from Venezuela. His immigration status is not good. His name is Yo Henry Barreto, 24. He's a 24-year-old Venezuelan immigrant who attacked a NYPD officer savagely, beat the hell out of this officer on camera in the middle of Times Square. He made bond, and then he went back and committed more crimes. And I thought there was more, but I might be getting cases mixed up. I do that a lot. It says August 6th, he robbed a Sephora's for almost $5 worth of stuff. He was already on bail for being indicted by a grand jury over the January 27th attack on the police in Times Square. He was accused in court of being the most culpable of 6 people arrested and held on a $50,000 bond at Rikers Island. However, he was freed after Good Shepherd Lutheran Church at Bay Ridge paid his bail in February. A church. This is this guy. So they said that he was the most culpable. I'm assuming that means that he was the instigator when it came to beating these officers. Oh my God, y'all, look at this. This is where they beat the hell out of the cops. This is where they beat the hell out of the cops. The Queen of England, I can say definite that guy isn't serving me dinner, madame. That's crazy. Sorry, I'm reading some of your comments. Dears, you said, Emily, an average night dancing nowadays, if you don't do extras, like if you're not meeting customers outside of work, if you're not doing extras in VIP, if you're just dancing, $0 to $100. $0 to $100 to take your clothes off for a living. And, you know, like I said, I'm stuck in it at this point because I can't find a job elsewhere. So it's just been a vicious cycle of going to work and struggling. Going to work and struggling. So they did a poll. The New York Post did a poll. I don't know if they can be trusted, but we're going to read it because apparently a bunch of Americans gave their 2 cents in this poll. It says the majority of Americans want troops sent to the border, oppose illegal immigration. Polls. All these damn pop-ups. I'm sorry. It says polls are consistently showing 2 key things on the Biden-Harris administration border policy. Americans not only overwhelmingly oppose illegal immigration, but also want troops sent to the southern border and the border secured. 2 new recent polls support this trend. Although polls have consistently shown that Americans overwhelmingly disapprove of Vice President Kamala Harris' job as a border Caesar, a new Napoleon's News Service poll found that 84% of registered voters believe illegal immigration is bad for the United States, compared to only 12 who say that it's good. So 84% of registered voters believe that immigration, the illegal immigration, that southern border being open, they believe that it's bad. I wonder what the difference said, because 84 and 12 is not 100. So it says the ratio of opposition support to illegal immigration has remained broadly unchanged for decades. The overwhelmingly, God, that word. The majority polled, 71, said that they support legal immigration, arguing that it's good for the country. And I agree with that too. I absolutely do. It says that the polls are showing that, consistently shown that Americans disapprove of Vice President Kamala Harris. So out of the people that were polled, it says that 49% cited crime as a top concern. 28 said that illegal immigration allows criminals and terrorists into the country. That is so surprising that only 28% said that. Did none of us witness 9/11? None of us. That easy, they were able to get into our country, into our planes, overtake them, and cause mass destruction. It didn't take much. Just a few of them. 28%. Y'all need to wake up. Sorry, not sorry. 26%, it places a burden on the country, the economic and health care. And I agree with that as well. You know, I see that now they're getting prepaid debit cards with large sums of money on them. Not all cities, but a lot. So they get more resources than the American people who have lived here their whole lives. 16%, it allows in people who are dangerous. 5%, it allows in drugs and dealers. How blind are people? Very blind. 5%, my ass. So only 5% of people in the poll said, only 5% believe that leaving that border open allows in drugs and dealers. It absolutely does. It absolutely does. Overall, these numbers reflect the fact that voters see America as both a nation of immigrants and a nation of laws. Voters understand why most immigrants want to bring their families to the land of opportunity, but they are very angry. They are angry at the federal government for allowing and encouraging illegal immigration. Absolutely. This is what they wanted. It's all in the hopes of getting votes. All in the hopes of getting votes. In a separate poll, 75% said that they support sending the U.S. troops to challenge drug cartels and to secure the border. In a separate poll, 75% said that they support sending the... Oh, I just read that. That's up significantly since President Biden took office, and the total includes 90% of Republicans and 62% of Democrats. So we're all on the same page. We're fighting for the same thing. The findings are consistent with several other polls. A recent Rasmussen report poll found that nearly 2/3 surveyed say that the southern border crisis should be called an invasion. 2 out of 3 people believe that this is an invasion. Large majorities said that border security is a vital national security interest. 70%. And acknowledged what's happening is a crisis. 72%. So 70% of people said that it is a vital national security issue. 72% said that this is a crisis situation. We are all on the same page. I think that most of us do not. Let me just speak for myself. I think that immigration is a great thing. Growing up, my father specifically hired Hispanics, and so I have experienced their culture through them, being around them growing up. And I think that we know what happened when I was in high school. I'd never really been around a lot of black people, and when I was in high school, I was transferred to an all-black high school. That culture experience for me helped me tremendously. That was probably a life-changing moment for me. I think that everybody deserves the right to have a shot at the American dream if that's what they want. I do, however, believe that they need to come through customs. You need to fill out the proper paperwork. You should be, doing the right things to get, once again, don't go into any endeavors with dirty hands expecting things to go in your favor. When they're crossing the border, they're coming here illegally, they're bringing drugs, they're selling drugs, they're part of a cartel, they're part of a gang, they're raping and killing women and children. This is the problem I have. And unfortunately, we can't just let everybody in and hope that they behave. We see how that's going. How many Americans, how many people are going to have to die for that border to be shut down? Because it should have been shut down years ago. They absolutely did this for votes, failing to realize that the demographic that they were trying to get here, that demographic, most of them are Catholic, and most of them tend to vote Republican. So, yeah, they might have played you to get over that border, but that doesn't mean they're going to vote for you, dumbass. It sucks that these people have been bamboozled, because we're going to be having repercussions from this for a very long time. We're going to be dealing with this for a very long time. Decades. So we now have all of these people here who are illegal. They have no immigration status. It's all screwed up, and that could take years to process. We also have hundreds of thousands of children that are missing from our southern border, that were separated from their families, their biological families, and now these children are just missing. And the whole foster family that they were given to. It's absolutely infuriating to know, for me, that all of these children were harmed because these sick fucks up in D.C. care more about lining their dirty ass pockets with money than this country and other people. If they actually cared about them people coming over the southern border, they would tell them not to. They entice them to come over the border, and then they separate them from their own children. And these children are just missing. So it says, this is after Texas changed the conversation on border, introducing the term and concept of invasion to the American public, with 55 counties declaring an invasion. So Texas has said, wait a second, this is an invasion on our soil. You know, Texas is right beside Mexico, so they're seeing the worst of it. There's people that have lived in Texas their whole lives that have had to sell their property because their property line backs up to the Mexican border, and there's freaking people coming in their yard running. And, you know, could you imagine? Like, I've seen the news reports, so they've had to sell their property and flee from Texas, their home. You know, it's just fucked up. It's not right. 60 counties also issued disaster declarations citing the border crisis. A recent Monmouth University Polling Institute report found that the majority polled said that they support building a border wall, a policy former President Trump implemented that Biden ended on his first day in office. Gee, I wonder why. The majority polled, over 80%, said illegal immigration is either a very serious or somewhat serious problem. 61% said very serious. The 23% said somewhat serious. Public concern, and those numbers don't match up. So I don't know what the difference said. Oh, that's the majority. Majority of people said it's 61% serious and, very serious, and 23% said somewhat serious. I guess the difference, the 20%, said that it's not of concern at all. It will be when you're out of a fucking job and fucking homeless. You can't find no fucking work because all these new people have come in. And another thing, this is a huge issue because we have businesses going out of business left and right. We have businesses filing for bankruptcy and laying people off. More people are getting laid off than more businesses are opening and people are hiring. Yeah, the Biden administration added like 116,000 jobs last month to the economy. But when you're laying off 250,000 people that month, how much of a difference is that going to make? And then you tie in somewhere between 11 and 20 million immigrants. There's not enough jobs, you guys. It's not enough jobs. We don't have enough houses. We don't have enough jobs. We don't have enough resources. And the cost of everything is going up because of this. Immigration makes things skyrocket as well. It doesn't help. It doesn't help anything. It's not good for our economy to have all of these people invade our soil and flood in. It's not good, that many people at once. If it was a 20-year span of time and all 11 million of these people had went through the proper outlets to fill out paperwork and get a green card, that's different. This is an invasion. And it's dangerous, and we're starting to see, past 4 years, we've saw the consequences of the Biden administration, what they've done to this country. It is no longer a safe place. You used to be able to not only has the bad apples of this invasion caused problems, but crime in general is skyrocketing because the Biden administration doesn't believe in punishing people for bad behavior. Look at California. It is literally on fire because these people went over there, changed a bunch of shit, turned it into a fucking clown world over there, and it is literally crashing to the ground with crime skyrocketing. You don't even get charged for stealing in California, do you? And look at it. And that is what the whole country is going to look like if we keep allowing people from sketchy parts of the fucking world, and I'm talking about everywhere. Russia, Ukraine, we got people coming from Africa, Togo, and fucking, Syria, and freaking the Middle East, and, we got over 400 members of ISIS currently on our soil. We know that. Department of Homeland Security told us that. They just don't know where they are. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? I wonder if they are sitting around making a plan right now for our demise. I'm sure any member of ISIS on American soil is not here to come to a fucking tea party. People have gotten soft and they're forgetting that these other countries, a lot of these other countries, they hate us. They are our enemy. Some people just got time, Looked at my watch, I got time today. Some motherfuckers just got time. And, you know, some of that Middle East stuff, some of those people are actually born and bred for the Taliban. Scary shit, man. Scary, scary, scary shit. It says, the poll also found that Democrats in Texas are increasingly supporting Trump. A University of Texas politics project poll found that the majority of Texas, including Hispanics and blacks, support building a wall and border security measures. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you said it, including Hispanics. Like, the Biden administration thought that they were going to, you know, give all of these people green cards and money, and that these people were going to come and vote for them. And the polls are showing that that's not the case. And I'll tell you why. Because the majority of Hispanics that I've met are diehard Catholics. And so they don't believe in abortion. They believe in traditional families. They believe in the Lord. They don't support the LGBTQ alphabet mafia. They don't support that shit. So, you know, they got the border open. They let these people through. And the Biden administration says, you get a car, you get a house, you get a card, you get a house, you know. And they thought that that was going to get them votes. But the polls are showing that that's not the case. Hispanics are voting for Trump. Latinos for Trump. Love y'all. Love y'all. And what I was saying is that, you know, I grew up around Hispanic people. The Hispanic people that I know are good people. They would never attack a cop or rape a child. Like Jocelyn Nungaray. Like they did her. And it's not just people from the Mexico border. Once again, I think that I generalize by accident. I'm talking about people from like Venezuela, Guatemala, Mexico as well. Like, you know, there's different parts down there. I'm not a geography major, but y'all know what I mean. So my apologies if I'm a little confusing in what I mean. And not every immigrant that's here illegally is bad. By far. I think the majority, I think the majority that has made it over that border, they do want a better life. They do. I really believe that. I think the majority of people, women and children that have come here, they came 100% for a better life. It's the gang members and the minority that I'm talking about. It's the gang members and drug dealers and cartel and ISIS. And, you know, we got people from all different kinds of damn terrorist groups. There's tons of terrorist groups, you guys. And so there's people from every damn country, different terrorist groups. And that's what concerns me. That's the issue. That's why we have security. You know, when you go to fly to New York, you go through TSA. You know how hard that is, how annoying it is to have to give these people everything but your blood. You know, it's like, do you want my blood too? Like, you want me to squat and cough? Like, you know? So why is it that us hardworking, legal Americans, we have to go through all of that, but it's okay for these other people to just run over the border and make a life here and get resources that American people actually need themselves right now? I think everybody deserves a shot, but I just feel like you have to go through the right legal hoops to do so. I feel like the majority of immigrants that are here illegally, wholeheartedly want a better life and came here to do that. It's a few bad apples that makes me want that border closed. I love you regardless of your skin color. I really do. And I want everybody to be happy. But I also lived through 9/11. So, yeah. I know what humans are capable of. I've met the worst of the worst. So I know what humans are capable of. And a lot of these, some of these, the migrants that are causing problems, that are killing people and harming children, those migrants, they don't want a better life. We need to lock them up, send them back to where they come from, and throw away the key. There needs to be no second chances. If they're already here illegally, if they are busted committing a crime, they should be deported immediately. We have a huge problem with ICE, They are not doing their job anymore. You know, all of these programs that the Biden administration has implemented, Trump's going to have to freaking fix. It's a shit show. Hey, James Epperly. Epperly? Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. I hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. Wonderful, wonderful afternoon. No, I'm not married. I don't even have a boyfriend. I saw somebody say, is she married? No. Can't nobody handle me. Well, I'm sure somebody could. My uncle survived 9/11. He was in the North Tower. Plus, he got his 10,000 steps in that day. That is heartbreaking. There was a girl in middle school, Jessica. Her grandparents, both of them died that day. And I remember being in middle school. We did a memorial service for her. I mean, it was really for everybody that died. All 3,000, almost 3,000 people. And I remember Jessica talking and like, dude, middle school is not really the place you want to be crying. But I can't help it. I still think about it and it makes me sad because we had so many pre-warnings to that, prior to that, because they had already bombed the World Trade Center prior to that. And with it being a high-trafficked area and us having all of the problems that we had in the Middle East at the time, I just feel like we should have knew better. We should have had better security measures, and I just feel like it could have been prevented. And then there's a whole conspiracy that it was known it was going to happen. I don't know if I believe that, but... Oh, thank you again, James Epperly. I hope I'm saying that right. I used to know this girl named Emberly. How interesting. Emberly. That reminds me of your last name, Epperly. I don't think I've ever seen that last name before. Let's read this last one. It says overall 65% of Texas voters said that they support Texas building its own wall and barriers. 57% support Texas installing marine buoys in the Rio Grande River. That runs, I think, from like through Texas into Mexico, but I'm probably wrong. One day, you guys, one day, my setup is going to be so cool. We'll be able to look up this stuff instantly. I'll be like, boop, 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 on the computer screen. You'll be able to see what I'm seeing, and like, one day, we'll get there. So, I don't know if you remember, Texas actually had this great plan. They built these buoys. They look like, you know when you go to the pool and there's a line and they got the little plastic things, they're floating to kind of separate the lanes, like for people to swim and stuff. And it's got those little like blue flotation devices. So they're bigger than that, but they look like that. And Texas actually built some that had like spikes and barbed wire and shit on them. And so if you tried to cross the river, it would fuck you up. It would cut you up and stuff. And so Texas deployed these things. And the public, I remember, everybody got upset. Remember? Everybody was butthurt about these dams saying that they were going to get hurt. And it was wrong. And it's like, but wait a second. What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? Our own government is not helping us. They're doing nothing for us in D.C. I agreed with it at the time. I mean... Listen, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Protect your home. 66% support deploying additional state police and military resources at the border. It says a majority of Hispanic Texas voters, 56%, also disapprove of Biden's handlings of immigration and border security. The UT TPP poll found. Another UT TPP poll found that Texans overwhelmingly support Governor Greg Abbott's border security efforts. I love him. Through Operation Lone Star, including supporting Texas installation marine barriers, constructing a border wall and physical barriers at the Texas-Mexico border, deploying additional resources to the border, and busing illegal foreign nationals north. One poll last year found that 82% of Americans are concerned about border security. Among them, 50% said the border crisis became worse under Biden and Harris. We all know that it did. Whether or not people want to admit it or not is the thing. Another one from March found that 62% of voters say that the U.S. is moving in the wrong direction under the Biden-Harris administration, with yet another showing that illegal immigration nearly ties inflationary high costs. That's what I just said. I mean, I listen, I was kind of speaking out my ass, but I knew that I knew that there had to be some way that inflation had gotten so bad because of immigration. And it says it right here. Another one from March. I'm sorry you can't see it. Why is it doing that? Let me fix. I don't know why it's doing this, y'all. Let me wipe my camera off. Sorry. See my silver fillings? All right. This is making me so mad. It says another one from March found that 62% of voters say the U.S. is moving in the wrong direction under the Biden-Harris administration, with yet another one showing that illegal immigration nearly ties inflationary high costs as the top concern. Oh, immigration. They're saying immigration and the high cost of everything is the top concern. I read it wrong. I was saying that it nearly ties. So people are saying that immigration and inflation are the top two biggest issues right now on the home front, and I have to agree. I do think, hold on, I want to ask this a question, because I'm just wondering if I should be saying this. Does immigration impact inflation? I don't know where that music is coming from. It says a study by Wendy Elberg and Tara Watson, economist at the Brookings Institution Hamilton Project. Jesus freaking Christ, y'all couldn't just call it Hamilton? Has concluded that over the past 2 years, new immigrants raised the economy's supply of workers and allowed the United States to generate jobs. That is not without overheating. And this is what I'm talking about when I say that Google lies, because there's no fucking way. We all know that this has caused economic problems for us, that immigration, illegal immigration, has caused economic problems. And here Google is saying that 2 women from some women institute said that. No, absolutely not. This is why I use DuckDuckGo half the time, because it says this was January. Wow. Let's see. They could, hold on, I'm trying to see what you said, Andy. Andy Philpott. They could patrol that border with cameras and drones if they wanted to, but that is never going to happen because no one really wants to close the border. I agree. I think it's a mess. I think that things are going to get worse too. It says recent immigration could not have reduced inflation significantly. It says many commentators have argued that recent surge in legal and illegal immigration is causing inflation to cool by reducing wages. A January 15th, 24 report, Yahoo Finance article states that immigration has already done a great deal in bringing down consumer price growth. The Wall Street Journal made the same argument late last year, arguing that immigration helps to ease labor shortages, wage and price and pressure. I don't believe this shit, y'all. I'll never believe it. I'll never believe it. Hello, Origins. Thank you. I'll never believe it. I just won't, and this is what I'm saying. Listen to this, though. It says immigration has increased the supply of workers through the fourth quarter of 23 by about 2.7%, 3.3 million. This increase in the supply of workers represents the total numbers of workers in the fourth quarter of 23 who entered in 2020 or later based on the current population survey. So that was just 33.3 million new immigrant workers. Just in immigration has increased the supply of workers through the fourth quarter of 23. Fourth quarter of 23. Well, I'm glad I got a little piece of information that was true possibly out of there. It says this is so crazy. Economists say that increasing immigration will reduce inflation. Do not believe this. Do not believe this. It is a lie. I don't know how, but it's a lie. Like, I mean, I don't know how, but it makes things go higher when you have more people that are... No way. No way. I'll never believe it. You know, and this is why I hate Google, because they do things, but Google is a left-leaning internet company. I just want you to know they are full on the woke wagon, baby. Full on the woke wagon. Hell, they might be, it seems like they're driving the woke wagon, okay? Where's my vape, you guys? When demand for goods and services is higher than the economy can meet, prices tend to increase. So with more people, we're going to have more demand. That causes inflation. Y'all, I really needed to go to school for I was thinking the other day that I would probably do good in political science or something. I need to learn how to form the words to get it out, you know? I need to start back in 10th grade and just go through high school again. Seriously, I need to. I would love to do that. I might do that one day. I might use my financial aid money and do that soon. Seriously, even if it's just 2 classes last semester, take a, probably a English class. Obviously, I need to learn how to write. I need to learn words. I need to learn where to put those words. You know what I mean? Probably an English class, and maybe, I don't even use math that much, but honestly, I wish that I did know more math. I just wish that I was better at it. I know my times tables, and I know how to, you know. What's sad, though, is I've actually had a friend that didn't know how to count money. Talk about an eye-opening moment. I've talked about her on here before. She's not alive. She passed away. So it says, for example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, increased demand for durables and shortages caused by supply chain disruptions contributed to inflation. So since things were harder to get, companies were charging more. Since it was more difficult to get the product shipped and the gas was more, or maybe the conditions were more, it cost them more to actually get the product there, is what this is saying, which causes inflation. But the first sentence, it says, what is inflation? It says, when demand for goods and services is higher than the economy can meet, prices tend to increase. So if you have more quantity of people, demand is going to be higher because you need more for more people. It's just crazy to me that they can even write shit that is bold-faced lies like that. I don't know how to put it into words. I just know that it's a fucking fact because it's a pattern. It's a pattern. I hate that it should be a law against lying on the internet. Makes me so mad. They're arresting people in the UK for that. They locked some dude up for bullying. No, it wasn't bullying. I think it was misinformation for a Facebook post. Man goes to jail for a Facebook post. Man goes to jail for a Facebook post. So it says UK man jailed for 20 months over Facebook posting urgent attack on migrant hotels. Ooh, that's why. That's fucked up, bro. Bro was over here trying to commit a fucking terrorist attack. This was just 6 days ago. 6 days ago. A UK judge on Friday, last Friday, sentenced a man to 20 months in prison for urging his Facebook friends to target a hotel that was housing migrants. See, shit like that I don't agree with at all. It's so fucked up. But at the same time, I see both sides. Completely wrong, completely out of line. He deserves to be in jail. Maybe not for 20 months, but Jesus, I mean, maybe so. He was making terrorist threats. So maybe that's a fair sentence. So it says if he got arrested for a Facebook post, it means he publicly threatened someone with immediate or intimate, imminent harm or death. Assault is no laughing matter. I agree. His name is Jordan Parler. Usual suspect. White guy. So it says 28. It says Armchair Thug jailed for Facebook posting. Armchair Thug jailed for Facebook post urging rioters to attack an asylum hotel. What a piece of shit. Jordan Parler, 28, admitted to posting and publishing a Facebook post last week which encouraged violence at a hotel in Leeds where 200 asylum seekers and refugees were living. He was sentenced to 20 months behind bars in a Leeds Crown County court this afternoon after he wrote on Facebook, every man and their dog should be smashing fucking out Britannia Hotel. So it says it came after, people have been rioting over there and stuff. So it says it comes after the Prime Minister, Starmer, issued a warning to those who promoted violent disorder and whipped up racist hatred online that they would not be safe from the law. So it sounds like the Prime Minister was sick of the rioting. He was sick of people making threats to bomb and harm immigrants. Now listen, we all know that I don't believe in illegal immigration. However, that does not mean that these people should be hurt. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that anyone should face any kind of hate or hurt for something that is completely out of their control. Being born a certain race is out of your control, baby. Like, nobody should be judging you or harming you or anything because of anything. Now it's different if you get out here and molest somebody's child. I'm going to hope somebody punches you in the throat. Plain and simple. But, like I said, the majority of immigrants, in my opinion, have come here for a better life. They do want a better life. It's just that we have 3 or 4 bad apples. Not this guy, but you know what I mean. We do have a few bad apples. Few bad apples. Whether you're directly involved or whether you're remotely involved, you're culpable. And you will be put before the courts if you have broken the law. So it sounds like this Prime Minister was over it and he arrested this guy. It says defending. So the lawyer for this guy, he said, quote, My client was not part of any sinister group activity designed to stir up violence, end quote. I mean, if that's all he said, let's read it again, because it doesn't sound like it was that bad. I don't see anything about a BOMBING or anything. I thought it was like that. So it says he got 20 months after he wrote, quote, every man and their dog should be smashing fucking out Brianna Hotel. So he said on Facebook that everybody should be going to this hotel and smashing it up. I mean, does that really warrant 20 months? I mean, you know, I think that it was the every man and every dog should be going here to do this that got him that time. He was enticing people by telling them what they should be doing. That is enticing violence. That is inciting a riot. When you tell people, oh, we need to come together and go do this, I'm pretty sure that's how they were able to indict him on these charges, is because it sounds like he was, I mean, I know it's a stupid one sentence, like 8 fucking words, but like, it's all the right words to get your ass locked up. Y'all, I hope this is gas, because I am hurting and I have been. Oh, there was another one. Tyler K., 26, was jailed for 38 months on Friday after stirring up racial hatred by also using social media to call for rioters to set on fire hotels housing asylum seekers. This is the guy that did that one. Typical suspect. No, I'm joking. Y'all know I gotta make jokes. But why is it always a white man that looks kind of like a little off in the eyes? The father of 3? That's the scariest part of this whole fucking story. The father of 3 was jailed for 38 months just 2 days after writing and sharing the post. Utterly repulsive. Wow, so you go right in front of a judge in the UK? You go right in front of a judge in the UK? How long does it take to get sentenced in the United Kingdom? How long does it take to get sentenced? How long does it take to get sentenced in the UK in court? It's not working. I just give up. Wow, it says it says that he posted it on Facebook one day and then 2 days later he was sentenced to 38 months. So it sounds like the UK ain't fucking playing around. The judge called it utterly repulsive. Now this guy told people to set flame to this hotel where over 200 migrants live. That's messed up. This is what I'm talking about. Oh my God, y'all. This thing has a bunch of Easter eggs. It says Stacy Vent, 34, pushing a burning wheelbarrow bin into a police line before falling onto the floor and being arrested in Middlesbrough town, has been jailed for 20 months. So she had a burning wheelbarrow and she pushed it into the cops and she's been jailed for 20 months. In another wheelie bin incident, call it a wheelbarrow. In another wheelbarrow incident, Leanne Hodgson, 43, went viral online after a video emerged of her attempting to push a wheelbarrow into a police line. So that's a different girl. That one wasn't on fire, apparently. Hodges has also been jailed for 2.5 years after calling one police officer a fucking black cunt and deliberately running into another one. Wow. She does not look happy. Typical suspect. Susan over here. Typical suspect. Is that fucking... You see right here? Effing BLACK Cunt, C-U-N-T? I think so. She was clearly under the influence of alcohol and shouting abuse at officers, running straight at him and colliding with him. More people are set to be convicted for stirring up racist hate online later today. One of them is Richard Williams, 34, of Buckley, Flintshire, who shared a derogatory meme concerning migrants in a Facebook group dedicated to the protest. Pled guilty to 1 count of sending menacing messages. Yo, don't go to the UK if you like your freedom, honey. Well, don't go to the UK and be racist. How about that? At least I don't have to worry about getting locked up over there. I will not be in the street attacking cops and saying stupid shit like this online. It's just crazy. People are just so stupid nowadays. Samir Ali, 21, was jailed for 20 months. And another guy was jailed, who was 31, was jailed for 18 months. It says the CC footage showed them fighting with 2 Asian men. So it looks like it don't even make sense. It says CC footage showed a group of Asian men kicking and punching a group of 4 white men who allegedly racially abused the Asian group with slurs, including F, so messed up, Allah. But that's these 2 guys. So that's Samir and Adnan. What did they do? Oh, it says that it says earlier 2 men were jailed after attacking pro-EDL protesters when rival demonstrators clashed in Leeds last week. So it seems like there's 2 groups of rioters that clashed together, and these guys were jailed for 18 and 20 months. Ain't that crazy that you could just go get jailed that damn quick? And it says that another 2 group of people got in a fight. Some white men it says a group of Asian men kicking and punching a group of 4 white men. So it sounds like these dudes got their ass kicked because they were being racist towards the Asian men. A lot is going on in the UK. I wonder if they're protesting over. You think it's immigration? I mean, obviously, if people are making all of these fucking death threats and shit, sounds like it might be the problem. Politics. I said, why are people mad in the UK? And the first thing that it said is politics, of course. It said, according to the... Why y'all gotta be so difficult? It says, according to Al Jazeera, the government's attempt to shift Britain from a communal to an individualistic society is one reason for the division. Other reasons include low wages, poor working conditions, poverty, stress, inequality. So all of the same issues that we're having here. It says, according to the Politico, people are also disillusioned by issues like long-term sickness, potholes, and prisons being full. It says, according to the ABC News, immigration is one of the top issues for UK voters, along with the economy, inflation, and the national health care system. Some say that the anti-migrant rhetoric has become more widespread in recent years. Once again, what did I say? Google is a left-leaning, they're woke, baby. Woke. That's why it says, some say that anti-migrant rhetoric has become more widespread in recent years. And this has emboldened far-right sympathizers. Whoa. Some say that this disastrous decision has left millions of people in a cost of living crisis. So they're broke, they're living paycheck to paycheck, and they're in the same fucking situation as us because of immigration. It all ties together, you guys. When we have millions of people coming here and we already don't have enough houses and jobs to go around. And, you know, for me personally, I've told you guys this. I've worked in a lot of strip clubs recently where I was the only fucking gringa. Only one, baby. Only one. The majority of the girls that I work with at the club now, they're from, I think they're Cuban and Hispanic, the majority of them. But that is the majority. I am a minority in this setting and have been. And I would say upwards of 50% of the clubs that I've been working in. So it affects my money personally, this immigration issue. And it affects me in more than one way. Oh, listen to this. Other issues in the UK. Some say that people can also become angry in their daily lives, such as when they're ignored in shops or treated poorly by staff somewhere they're spending money. What have I been saying? Customer service. Why are we paying these high-ass prices and keep going back to the places where they treat us like shit? Whatever happened to just being kind? The reasons are low wages, poor working conditions, blah, 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 blah. Is the UK getting angrier? 80% believe 80% of people believe that Britain is becoming angrier, and this anger is spilling out into our professional lives, our daily commute, and even our most intimate relationships, with 45% of staff regularly losing their temper at work. How many people have anger issues in the UK? Why? More than 1 in 10. 12% say they have trouble controlling their anger. Maybe that's why I have so many people from the UK that follow me. Love you guys. Love y'all. Love the UK. But yeah, maybe that's why. That makes sense. Y'all, my stomach. So it's called the Southport Riot 2024. This just happened in July. Anti-immigration protests and far-right riots have occurred. See, so you are considered a far-right extremist if you do not believe in illegal immigration. All immigration protests and far-right riots have occurred in England and Northern Ireland since the 30th of July in 2024. They followed a mass stabbing in Southport on July 29th, in which 3 children were killed. Y'all, why do I read this stuff? The attacker was falsely alleged on social media to be Muslim and an asylum seeker, or both. Let's just remember that Google is a left-leaning search engine. They are woke. They are on the woke train. Woke. Okay, so half of this is from a left perspective. It says, this followed a mass stabbing where children were killed, with the riots involving racist attacks, arson, and looting. The riots were driven by underlining Islamic phobia. See, this is what I'm talking about. Islamophobia, racist, and anti-immigration sentiments. So here's what, like I said, if you don't agree with illegal immigrants being here and the potential for them to harm your children, then you are a far-right extremist, and you're like, I don't understand people nowadays. This is so stupid. It says that anti-immigrant sentiments were fueled by misinformation on social media that the attacker was a Muslim asylum seeker, spreaded online by far-right groups, and were the worst in England since 2011. The UK government accused Russia of spreading disinformation to stoke the unrest. Groups reportedly involving blah, 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 blah. So pretty much in the UK, you're going to get called a racist and a far-right extremist if you don't believe in the UK's immigration policy. So it's just like you guys are going exactly what we're going through over here. If you have any ounce of morals and values and a conscience and you want to do the right thing, then that makes you a far-right extremist nowadays. It's so stupid. Call me what you want. I know what I am. It said the riots began on the 30th of July when a crowd gathered to protest outside of the Southport Mosque, near where the stabbing took place, after false claims that the suspect was Muslim. So it seems like this riot started because these children were killed. There was a rumor that he was Muslim, and so a bunch of people thought that it was like an immigration issue. Once again, let's remember Jocelyn Nungare. Let's not forget about Rachel Morin and all of these other beautiful women that had their life snuffed out of them by illegal criminals. Okay? And it sounds like this was kind of bubbling over. It sounds like the public was maybe looking for a reason to show the hell out. And I'm not saying it's right. They don't have the right to burn down shit and loot, and that's wrong. If you're doing that, that's wrong. If you get involved with people that are doing that, you're wrong for even knowing these people. That's not how you handle situations. But it sounds like these people are at their fucking wits' end. Protesters attacked police officers, injuring over 50, burned a police tent, and attacked the mosque. Over the following days, the unrest spread to other towns, cities in England. On July 31st, over 100 protesters were arrested in London, and demonstrations occurred in Manchester, Hartlepool, and Aldershot. On August 2nd, rioting took place in Sunderland, where a citizens' advice bureau was set on fire and police officers were injured and several people were arrested. The worst rioting took place over the weekend of the 3rd and the 4th. So this was just not too long ago. When anti-immigration protesters clashed with police and counter-protesters attacked homes and businesses owned by immigrants. See, this is so fucked up. And attacked hotels housing asylum seekers. From the 6th of August, unrest began to die down, with counter-protesters consistently and considerably outnumbering far-right protesters. Followed by large anti-race rallies across the country on August 7th, over 1,000 arrests have been made in relation to the unrest, and over 40 rioters have been jailed. So it says on July 29th of 24, a knife attack took place at a Taylor Swift-themed children's yoga dance workshop. 3 children were killed and 8 other children were injured. How the fuck does all these kids get hurt with one knife? Who was overseeing these children? Five of them were in critical condition. Out of, Jesus, how many is this? 3 were killed, 8 were injured, and 5 were critically injured. My stomach. God, I'm in so much pain. Two adults at the event were also critically injured. So it seems like after this happened, the Prime Minister, Starmer, laid flowers in Southport the following day. He was met with hostile shouts from the public, with one asking, "How many more, Starmer? When are you going to do something? So once again, these people, there was a rumor on Facebook that the man that killed these children and these workers, that he was Muslim. And so the public, the general public, thought this guy was an illegal immigrant for some reason. So it says, following the stabbing, there was an incorrect speculation online about the name of the suspected attacker. Misinformation and disinformation, including false claims about the suspect's identity, nationality, religion, and immigration status, were circulated on social media by high-profile right accounts. Listen, I wish that they would stop saying that. It's like when I hear cis woman. I am not. Shut the fuck up. Stop trying to brainwash me, because the more you hear it, the more you start to believe it. Tommy Robinson, ain't that a activist, like a baseball player or something? It says, were circulated on social media by high-profile right-wing accounts, including by Tommy Robinson, a far-right activist who founded the now disbanded Anti-Islam English Defense League in 2009. The false claim that the perpetrator was named Ali I don't know, is believed to have originated from X, formerly Twitter's account. See, this is what I'm saying. This is all fucking just, bro. A newly created Southport-themed Telegram group got misinformation, including from, so they're blaming the far right. They're saying that the far right because people care about immigration. Now, I have no doubt that half of the people that care about immigration, they genuinely care. And then you have the far right, like extremists, that want to harm these people, and that's wrong. That is not all right. It said, for the Southport riot, far-right act... I'm just done. I'm done. I can't hear it anymore. I'm so done. Never mind. Fucking, that's Wikipedia. That is Wikipedia. So just know, everything, they're all on that woke. They're all on it. You know, common sense goes a very long way. Very, very long way. Just because you believe in the traditional family and you believe, you don't, you know, you see that immigration is an issue, that does not make you a far-right fucking extremist. That is the stupid shit ever. That would be like me seeing somebody with blue hair and being like, oh, that's a Biden supporter. Which most of the time it is. But my stomach hurts so bad, you guys. Like, now it's sharp pains down here, so I'm thinking that I had gas and, like, it's moving down, you know? Like, pay attention to your body, cuz. Yep. Alright, I'm done talking about immigration. So done. Whoa. New Zealand Food Bank distributes candy made from a potential lethal amount of methamphetamine. What? Oopsie. We got your kids high on crystal meth. Oopsie. Like, what? Let's read this. This is from AP News. New Zealand Food Bank distributes candy made from a lethal amount of methamphetamine. Yo, I've had these before. They're like little, like they're kind of hard and then they're chewy in the middle. If it's the same candy. Yes. It says, a pineapple flavored candy filled with a potential lethal amount of methamphetamine is displayed. So, it's got squishy stuff in the middle of it. It says a New Zealand charity working with the homeless people unknowingly distributes candy filled with a potential lethal dose of methamphetamine in its food parcels after the sweets were donated by a member of the public. Hold on. The sweets were donated by a member of the public, and then they just redistributed them. Well, how did the freaking meth get in them? So it said that Ackland City Mission said Wednesday that the staff had started to contact up to 400 people to track down the parcels of candy that could contain the sweets, which were solid blocks of methamphetamine enclosed in candy wrappers. 3 people were treated in the hospital after consuming them, but were later discharged. I don't understand how this happened. So was it in the candy or was it in the wrapper? Because now y'all don't confuse me. Why don't nobody know how to write news no more? I'm not a very smart woman, but every time I look at an article, it's just like, what the hell? This is a absolute mess. I'm not even an English teacher, and I can see this is a mess. Things will be misspelled. There's missing freaking capital letters, missing commas, like run-on sentences. It's like, whoa. So it says the staff had started to contact people to track down the parcels that could contain the sweets, which were solid blocks of methamphetamine enclosed in candy wrappers. So it wasn't in the actual candy. It was just in a wrapper, it seems like. Whoa, the amount of methamphetamine in each candy was up to 300 times the level someone would usually take and could be lethal, according to the New Zealand Drug Foundation, which is a drug checking and policy organization that first tested the candies. The sweets had a street value of $1,000 per candy. $608 US. Per candy. That's a big old block of crystal, right? Crazy. You know somebody, whoever donated that is so butthurt. It says the charity food bank accepts only donations of commercially processed food in sealed packaging. The pineapple candies, stamped with the label of the Malaysian brand Renda, appeared as such when they were donated. So it didn't appear that, they'd been opened or anything, so the staff were just... Sounds like Malaysia got some kind of methamphetamine thing going on. If they were sealed and they're made in Malaysia, what are the chances that it was packaged and sealed in Malaysia? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. A client at the food bank who reported funny tasting candy. Somebody called in and was like, this shit is funny tasting, and then found out they were sick. Staff tasted some of the remaining candies and immediately contacted authorities. So it sounds like somebody called them and said the candy's tasting funny. The staff tasted some of it and immediately contacted the authorities. One of the staff members was taken to the hospital after sampling the sweets, adding that a child and a young person were also treated in the hospital before being discharged. The candies have been donated sometime in the past 6 weeks. They don't know how much it was and where they come from, and they don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. So the food company, it says, Renda said in a written statement that the company learned through a New Zealand news report that its candies may have been misused and would like to cooperate with authorities. We want to make it clear that Renda Food Industries does not use or condone use of drugs. So they're saying that they didn't have nothing to do with it. What are the chances that somebody damn bagged that up for sale? I bet you. And fucking got high and forgot where they put it and then accidentally donated them. Or it could have been the damn candy people in damn Malaysia. I don't know. Oh, my stomach hurts so bad. Sometimes rubbing it in a clockwise. So your right hand, left to right, left to right. Sometimes doing that like right below your belly button. These damn websites where I can't read the freaking news, y'all need to be fired. Left to right, like kind of like on your belly button, but a little bit lower on your left side where, you know, sometimes that helps move gas. It does feel better now. That's so weird. Well, I guess I gotta go get ready for work again. I don't wanna. I hate this place. I really do. It makes me so stressed to have to go in here. I feel so uncomfortable the entire time I'm in there having to deal with these people. But thank y'all for hanging out with me for a little while. I'm definitely going to have to get me something to eat before I go into work. I need to maybe get me like a vegetable plate or something, you know, from somewhere. Not Sticky Fingers, because that was kind of expensive, but maybe like Canes and Walkers. One of that tasted funny. I mean, I could make oodles and noodles at work. We'll see what happens. I hope that you guys have a safe night. We might catch up when I get off of work. It just depends how long I'm there. I plan to stay till 2, but I don't know. My skin crawls when I'm thinking about going in there. But we'll talk soon. Y'all be safe. And I love you guys. Pray for me because God knows I need it. And I'm praying for y'all. Catch you on the next.